Nerd Reactor, roll out.
What's up, Reactorites? John here, and it's time to talk about Invincible from Amazon. This is based on the comic book series by Robert Kirkman, and it stars, the voice of Steven Yeun, J.K. Simmons, Zazie Beetz, Gillian Jacobs. This is an all-star cast, and it reminds me of a mix between Superman and Lois and The Boys. So you have the Superman and Lois with a story about a superhero dad who's trying to get closer to his son, who's just discovering he's got powers. And then things go crazy, and that's where it reminds me of The Boys, where it can get really dark. So imagine those two, the darkness of The Boys, and then the lightheartedness and the family stuff from Superman and Lois. If they combined, you would get Invincible. And this show, the first 3 episodes, I was able to check it out, and it's nuts. It's crazy. But yeah, so far, like, the characters, I'm enjoying a lot of them. They're funny, they're fun to watch, and they're super relatable. So yeah, you have the father and son duel where, the father was trying to take care of his son, who's a teenager in high school, just learning his powers. And you have, J.K. Simmons voicing the voice of that. And then you also have Steven Yeun as a son. So you got Omni-Man as a father, and then you have Mark Grayson as a son. And he does show some tough love, especially when he's trying to prepare his son for the world out there in a life of a crime fighter. It's heartwarming. And there are, like, if you read the comics, you know how crazy things can get. And I think the less I say about what's going to happen, the better. And so one thing I want to talk about for the Invincible is that this is an animated series. And usually when you think of animated series, they're around like 20 to 30 minutes. But this one is, I think the first 3 episodes, they're like around 45 minutes. So it's kind of like an hour-long episode. And that is pretty lengthy, pretty different for your typical animated series. But this is an adult series. This is definitely rated M or rated TVMA, whatever ratings Amazon has for this. And it's pretty gruesome. It's pretty dark. And, what do you expect from a writer like Robert Kirkman? Because he did The Walking Dead. So you shouldn't be surprised on what's going to happen here. But yeah, with the first 3 episodes, we get a feel for the family. So J.K. Simmons, he can be like this kind of stern superhero dad. And then you have Sandra Oh as Debbie, the mother. And she's just like a regular human. And, she's kind of there to kind of represent the humanity and to be relatable. Like, I'm just a regular mom with no superpowers, but I'll be here if you need me, son. And, of course, Steven Yeun as Mark Grayson, who's going to become the Invincible. And he gets powers, super strength, flight. And as a viewer, we get to learn about his character, his journey to becoming a superhero. And it's not all fun and games. So with Mark, he'll be meeting with different superheroes and teams. One of them is Teen Team. And one of the characters that he takes a liking to is Adam Eve, voiced by Gillian Jacobs. And she is a pretty experienced fighter. And she kind of just shows Mark the ropes of, this is what we're doing. This is what superheroes do. And you should come check it out. And, they find out they have a lot of things in common. And that's like the superhero side of like his interest. And then, Mark also has the high school life as a regular teenager. He has to go through that. And then he meets a character named Amber Bennett. Amber Bennett is voiced by Zazie Beetz. And she is the other side to kind of helping out Mark becoming a regular person. Because she's a regular person. She's a human, like no powers. It does set up for that possible love triangle with Mark, Eve, and Amber. And each character, they're pretty fleshed out and they have their moments of, who they are, their backgrounds. But yeah, so for like the first 3 episodes, we get to learn about the characters for Amber, Eve, Mark, Omni-Man. And, the more we go into the story, the more, we get to learn about them and how things will play out with Mark trying to juggle his life with homework, with school, and with trying to fight crime. This show really shows you, like, what would happen if a young kid is trying to fight crime for the first time, and crime can lead to a lot of things, messy things with violence and death. Usually, when you're watching the regular superhero shows, when it deals with that, it's PG-13. But this is dark. It's mature, and that means they're going to encounter things like with crime where people are dying, and it's scary, it's gruesome. Like, these are the things that, like real life detectives, you would have to just see and experience, like death. And so you have a teenager that has to experience that, and he's going to be traumatized. And I'm like traumatized for him just watching him experience this. And I feel bad for just what they have to experience as a teen superhero. And yeah, this show will make fun of all types of superheroes, like just the makeup of it, especially the Justice League. And you have characters that are like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter. The list goes on. Like, just me watching this, I'm like, this is funny. Like, I think DC fans would get a kick out of it just because it's just all in fun. Overall, so far, first 3 episodes for The Invincible, it has been interesting, gruesome, bloody, but then it also mixes it in with the whole lighthearted family and teen life, high school life, which I love the balance of just wholesome family drama to just dark superhero shit. And with this, I'm excited to watch the rest of the episodes. I hope the show does well, because I think the animation, at first I kind of wanted to see it as a live action, but Robert Kirkman, he planned this to be an animated show, and after watching the first 3 episodes, I understand why it had to be done as an animation. I haven't read the comics, so I'm not too privy on just how they can adapt that here. But yeah, with superheroes and just what they're dealing with, especially on this show, and the animation format is perfect for this. But also Robert Kirkman is working on a live action movie for this. So I think with the movie, they'll get like a bigger budget. But yeah, Invincible, definitely enjoyed the hell out of this. It was so dark, but I love the balance between that and just the sweet, wholesome family stuff. And it's like a nice roller coaster ride of emotion. So yeah, those are my thoughts on The Invincible, first 3 episodes. Let me know what your thoughts are once it's out on Amazon. With that said, I'm John, and I'll see you guys next time.